A few sample problems just to kind of firm up what you learned in the pre-lesson. Here we go. You got this right triangle, find sine, cosine. I could have written find tangent, but I think you get the idea here. This is my reference angle. That's massive. So we're talking about this, which makes this my opposite side. We know this is our hypotenuse. By process of elimination, there's our adjacent side. Well, we got to know our opposite side to use sine, because we got so toa, but I can see I only need sine and cosine, so I'm going to stop here. So, well, 3 blank 7. Got some math to do. So, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Whoops. That should be 7. 9 plus b squared equals 49. Subtract 9 from both sides. Now watch this. I get 40. Square root of both sides, and I go, wait a minute, that can be broken down into 4 and 10, which is 2 square root of 10. So I'm going to say this is 2 square root of 10. Now I can do stuff. This is my opposite over my hypotenuse. What's my opposite side? Right here. 2 square root of 10. What's my hypotenuse? 7. I can't reduce 2/7, so I'm done. And I can't break down the square root of 10. Cosine. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So we would get the adjacent side is 3, hypotenuse is 7. All right. Factor, this should be pretty simple. Take out as much as you can. 3x. What's left? X minus 3. Distribute it, see if you get that. And we do, so we're good. Here's a little zinger. This comes out of nowhere. This was not on the pre-lesson. Just kind of some basic, like abstract math. You're not finding anything, you're just following instructions. Solve for x. Where is it? It's right here. It's right here. It's like, how do I do that? Well, that's what this is all about. Okay, you're going to factor an x out. You're left with 4 plus h equals 25. Weird looking, I know. But if you had 2x equals 10, wouldn't you just divide both sides by 2? You guys have been doing that forever. So this is just harder. We need to get rid of this. So we're going to divide by 4 plus h. That would cancel. And then over here we divide by 4 plus h. So what's x? X is 25 all over 4 plus h. There you have it. To the square root problems. Well, this is boil water. Do not multiply this and make it the square root of 81, because the square root of 81 is 9. That's not what this equals. So we take off the largest perfect square root, 9. This turns into, oil. This turns into a little oil. This stays water. Oil and oil can mix. So I get 9 square root of 3. Now that should be simple. This should be a little challenging. First, we got oil and water. Do not distribute that through. This is really the only thing we got to do. So I'm going to kick that over here and forget about it for a minute. 50 turns into 25 and 2. What's the square root of 25? 5. So I have 5 square root of 2 so far. Now what's the square root of y to the 11th all about? So based on what you've learned, there's a 2 in there. I could write this as 11 over 2. That's not what they want. They want us to treat this just like we did the 50. So what's the first number less than 11 that this goes into evenly? I'll show my work over here. That would be 10, because 10 divided by 2 just works. We'd be left with 1y over here. What's 10 divided by 2? 5. So it's times y to the 5th. It's getting messy, square root of y. So this is my answer. But now I got to multiply all the oil together. 4 times 5 is 20. I got y to the 5th. And here comes the water. 2 times y is 2y. All right, one more thing to show you, and that will wrap up our sample problems. Okay, a lot of this is coming. They're just kind of easing you into this. They want you to be able to graph this without decimals, without making a whole bunch of these. Decimals is fine, this is fine. After a while, you go, hey, wait a minute, the parent function is the opposite value of x, and I know it looks like this. ish. That's pretty good, by the way. So, what does this minus 2 do to that? Well, bing, bing, just moves it down 2. There's a lot more where that comes from, but they're just easing you into this stuff. That's it for your sample problems. Good luck on your homework. You should be good.